negative to say about something.
That's BSJ. I'm just the host of this panel, you know?
I'm just trying to blend in, man.
I think this pick could be great. No, that pick's bad. It's trash. It's so easy to trash on somebody.
Do you feel like your players have done that to you sometimes when you're trying to captain, you're trying to draft?
Are you trying to flame bait right now?
No, just like anywhere in your history.
I'm a little offended, to be honest.
All right, 20 seconds left for Team Secret, and
I'm still waiting.
Not great options.
Mr. Carry player.
I'm saying that I against the heroes like Shadow Demon, I just want Morphling, like to lane against Tide.
The BSJ Morphling, you love to see it.
I'd love to see a Nisha Morphling. I don't know about a BSJ Morphling. Oh, Void, okay. Another
Void. Our big team fight ult. It could be a nice game. Time dilation is very good against a lot of these heroes.
Another way to be able to lock down the Tidehunter as well without letting him get out the Ravage, setting up this Invoker. You said you wanted to see an Exort Invoker. What better way to run it than with a Void?
Yeah, I wanted the mobility that went through Shadow Demon's ult, but also I feel that they don't have a hero that naturally sits in front. They have a lot of backline stunners, and Void's a hero that wants to go first, but he doesn't have anybody that I think sets him up for the fight naturally.
All right, well, we have our own guesses at what exactly went on during that drafting phase, but I hear soon we're going to be hearing from the coach of Evil Geniuses. You can see on the screen, Bulba. He's overdue for an interview. Peter, your last thoughts? You siding with Evil Geniuses here? You think that the last pick from Secret just wasn't good enough?
It's close to call. I do think that Void is a little bit lackluster. I would say if S4 can get off some good Ravages, I think they can get this game.
I think they got the counter initiation, but who stands in front for Secret? I think EG is going to have easy targets to pick off. Start fights with his Sven.
All right, well, Evil Geniuses versus Team Secret. Bulba's ready to go. Give us a little information on what happened in the draft, and into game 2 we go.
Thank you so much, Casey. And yes, Bulba says, cast your spells better, team fight better, play Dota better.
It's so simple.
That
really
goes for you guys out there as well. But Trent, game number 2 on the line in this amazing series.
Yeah, they go for the Void
at
crazy. The end. I mean, degrees of separation between Puppey and Cinderin. All right, we got Puppey to YapzOr, YapzOr to Cinderin, and Cinderin, of course, the famous double bubble strats.
Oh,
right. It's only a 2 degrees number. Personally, I'd want to be several more numbers away from Cinderin's strategies, but Secret are going to opt for it. They've got the black hole, they've got the Chronosphere, and that carried him through an entire season of Dota. Can it get Secret a win here?
We'll have to see, wait and see. And, well, speaking of seeing, Secret spotted EG running through their jungle, trying to find a pickoff, was not able to get it. And that does mean that Nisha will be playing very safe and sound back behind that tower, not wanting to reveal himself in the least bit. So early movements out, we're seeing a couple of interesting switch-ups. Mid one playing on the Invoker, actually taking Quas first. So usually we see Exorts picking up early on.
RTZ and YapzOr are just saying hello down here.
Oh, hi, guys.
Any high fives? Oh, we're going to dig. All right. Oh, what do you get? Old pair of shoes. Condolences, YapzOr. Give him a high five and yeah, just say, yeah, then you know those bounty runes are, right? Shove off.
You're not coming here.
Go kick rocks, I believe.
That's the expression, definitely. So EG picking up 2 of those bounty runes. Crit able to get the better end of Nisha there. And already laying on the damage along with the Gush, forcing out that time walk back. You can see the drums are pounding and heroes moving out to their respective lanes. Zai already starting off with that Ring of Silius, as YapzOr is going to do one of the classics that we've seen often, blocking off the opponent creep wave, so that way his creep wave will meet underneath that tower.
Yeah, he's got the old mystery build. He actually is just straight up TP home as well. And it doesn't cost Fly all that much in terms of resources, right? Just some shadow poisons. And that does give YapzOr his boots though, so he'll run back a little bit faster.
Alrighty.
So you finish that last game as Sumail, you get through the first bans and Leshrak's still there. I'm taking it. I mean, I definitely agree with what EG's done, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. He looked fabulous on it, and already playing off against mid one on the Invoker, has taken that Quas early and using this cold snap just to try and harass and mess up Sumail's last hitting potential. Does mean that he has a little bit less of the base damage, misses on that one, and only 1-1 so far in comparison to the 3-2.
It's a good luck thing for Sumail. I think he intentionally misses the first two, like last game, and then things will turn around for him, right?
Makes sense, makes sense.
You got YapzOr level 1 even rotating through here. Can't find himself the courier as it's walking back, but can still try and harass onto Sumail. But look at that positioning.
Yeah.
He is way far away thanks to the observer.
Knowing that that's the only angle that YapzOr could come in to try and make a play, and so just hides off to the side in a position where he won't get caught out. And simultaneously, you can see up top,
well, there's also an observer right down where he just went again.
Oh.
So now YapzOr having some trouble trying to make an impact here. Of course, he's still forcing some movements and stuff here, and perhaps can guarantee this bottom rune. Will he even get it, though, is the question. And the coin says no. There's a high five over the Fisher. Team's in good spirits.
You'll have to see
Sumail gets a DD.
I mean, this is a great start for him, definitely. The other hero to talk about is the Tide Hunter facing off against the Faceless Void. Oftentimes people talk about Tide just being a really good matchup against any melee hero. Is this going to be a tough lane for Nisha, do you think?
I think with the Crystal Maiden, she's not the best support right in these situations. In fact, Puppey's even getting ran at right now with that gush early on, the telekinesis, and looking for a first blood here. One more punch.
Oh, and Crit going to pick it up as first blood drawn against Puppey.
Yeah, and he's off to a good one again here. Crit, a stellar performance on the Wind Ranger. Gonna buy his boots about 25 minutes earlier, so I think on the Rubik. To give himself some movement speed in this lane.
And you can see also keeping that Bastion, causing some issues with Nisha last hitting, trying to mess up his timings on it. Always very frustrating to try and play against this as the Faceless Void. Meanwhile, YapzOr again making this move. Fly is just shadowing him this entire time though, and knows his movement because of that ward place down. And Puppey again underneath the tower. S4 is just gonna chase him down, he's dead again. 2 quick kills for Crit.
Yeah, you're not getting a lot of help out of your Faceless Void. I mean, the guys had to go 2 points on the time walk as well. Doesn't have that nice free lane where you're just skilling up the bash and playing aggressive. Nisha, we haven't seen him struggle all too much this season. This guy has been the epitome of just like the perfect player. Seems to always give you a stand-up performance. Not even a stable carry. The guy is just absolutely electric in every performance throughout the year. But he had a couple rough ones. Last game, he still had a good time. Obviously couldn't carry it through. He had some rough games on the Arc Warden during the group stage, and now this isn't really shaping up to be a great start for him. Even with like good lasts and stuff, it still looks kind of stressful to me.
Yeah, definitely.
He has to worry about the Disruption and the Chronosphere. He's worried about the Ravage. He's worried about a Rubik who's going to have a great range at this rate if he gets his Arcane Boots into his Aether Lens early. It's going to be really hard for him to actually output damage during the Chronosphere.
Yeah, it's less about what's happening right now and what's more going to happen as the game goes into the mid stages. Yeah. And so we do see S4 still getting a nice little start here for himself. 23-1, top of the net worth, or rather last hits at this point.
I mean, he actually has 5 heroes on the enemy team that are going to be interrupting him, right? There's going to be a Yules on the left track, a stun from the Sven. Whoever's outside of the Chrono can have some impact there, which means that his allies have to be perfect with these Chronos when it comes down to the Invoker and the Enigma.
And I love this from Arteezy too. He knows that he's going to basically have a one-on-one matchup against the Enigma, so just keeps on punching away at those Eidolons, not even worrying that much about last hitting the creeps because he knows that he'll be able to come back from afterwards and just kills them off and shuts down the Enigma's laning potential.
Good positioning here from YapzOr as the bounty runes are coming. Unfortunately, does he have the time? Yeah, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Got the Fisher, easy peasy.
And
but is that a 3 for 1?
Oh, that looks like they're going to be able to pick up more than a few of them, and also getting some more damage again onto Puppey. The captain keeps on getting beat down. 3 kills so far for Crit.
Oh, give the guy the
nice
dash.
Little spree if he's able to get it, and yes, it is going to be a win as...
That is the worst. Oh, that is the worst feeling for Crit. That's 400 bonus XP going to Nisha. The guy is almost level 6 now.
Yeah.
At 5.5 minutes. With his support feeding 3 times. The tactical feed from Puppey comes out. It's genius.
Complained the entire time through, definitely. But still, Sven sitting top. The CS afterwards after clearing through those Eidolons and the rotation moving in. Fly trying to make sure that YapzOr is not going to be able to be effective with the rotation. Instead, it's mid one that might end up going down. Diabolic out, doing a good bit of damage. Is it going to be quite enough though? EMP draining all of
Invoker
mana.
1 second.
X4 needs it again. It's going to be enough to save him. Invoker at the last second fly, trying to make it work, needs another Shadow Poison out, and mid one with that quas is regenerating through it all. Secret salvage.
All right, I'm just
Absolute
saying.
disaster.
I'm just saying XP streak. That's all I'm saying. Where's the Sven? This guy's been alone the entire time. He's not. He just got 6.
Yeah. That
That-
doesn't happen unless Crit gets that spree.
It is so weird, and what an amazing chrono though, coming through the perfect moment, and the Edict damage post-death was not enough there from Sumail. You saw kind of tickling on a couple heroes, but
Unreal. Well, 3-4, but it was 4 big ones coming out from Secret, and you can see this rotation that comes in the very last second.
yeah, and everything was gone, right? Already used the Fisher, now Fly comes through the destruction setup, and you pretty much have to accept that mid one's gonna be going down here, and then Big Puppey comes through from Nisha, and look how late the TP is. Mid one had like 200 HP left. He's like, oh, yeah, no, it's good. I got it, guys. Let me just tank every bit of the Edict too. Tower's helping out as well, doing its part.
Well, very impressive, and going back to live in just a moment, we can see mid one, he's feeling it right now.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah. Buddy coming through, and now that even turns the things up top there for Nisha, or for Secret, well, S4 and Nisha, I suppose, right? Because
Yeah.
now S4 is like, why is this guy like 2 levels ahead of me right now?
And that rotation for a couple of quick kills, and that's the Nisha that we were all hoping to see on the main stage of TI. As we saw S4 just walk away, still getting a little bit testy down bottom with Arteezy. But with Fly nearby, always has that potential for a disruption save.
Yeah, and Arteezy's still up there close with the Faceless Void as well, especially he's just going to keep on going through the jungle and going to be a lot quicker clearing out these stacks compared to someone like Nisha, who also doesn't really have the sustain this early on to keep himself farming. He's very reliant on the lane creeps.
Absolutely. But they are going to try and clear through the stack with the help of Puppey. Meanwhile, down bottom, mid one was able to pick up an Invis rune. Zai still sitting close to his level 6, but not quite there as of yet. And the lift up onto mid one. They want to try and take this guy down. Disruption, building up the Shadow Poison.
Timing.
Ravage combination, beautifully played by S4 right as the disruption ends. But YapzOr is there, 3 stacks. He's going to need at least another one. And it doesn't look like they're going to get it. Another Chronosphere lands down onto 2 of them. Can they turn this one around on the fly as well? Sumail trying to make something happen. Nisha very, very low, and he will go down. S4 manages to find that kill.
And that's a streak right back. Now heading towards S4. So we're evening things out here as the streak XP hops around.
I mean,
268 gold for him as well. But man, the timing on that from EG was actually wild. S4 TB's in at level 5. Only the range creep left alive in the lane. He just moves in time for that to give him the Ravage as they're initiating with the disruption. That is the kind of stuff that that range creep is in deny range. I mean, that was terrifying.
yeah, if you don't hit that, then all of a sudden this huge rotation, all these heroes, doesn't work out. But nonetheless, they managed to find the one on Nisha. Could not quite find the kill onto mid one, who still remains deathless. But now EG in a position with Chronosphere down to try and pressure this tower. And well, there's the TP rotation coming from mid one. The fissure to block off retreat, and Arteezy just wanting to walk away. He doesn't have any mana left over in Tornado lift up. YapzOr has him in his sights. They find the kill onto the Sven.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about how Nisha's going to have a rough game. We should definitely say the same thing about Arteezy, though, right? Because he has to be worried about the Fissures, the Chronos, all of this Quaswex Invoker early on with the Tornadoes and the Cold Snap control. Very hard to handle. And Nisha now 4 points in the time walk. Not going to keep chasing. He'll let Fly survive. Just end up leaving the bottom lane and securing these bounty runes for himself.
10-minute mark comes around. And it is going to be the trade-off of 2 apiece, as Nisha not wanting to test too much with Sumail. That is something that we should mention. The panel was thinking that it was going to be the Exort Invoker, but with Quaswex now, a little bit less damage to throw into that Chronosphere. But the plus side is that it kind of puts the kibosh on the fights, if you will.
Perhaps a way to try and slow down this early game for the side of EG, right? Try and delay things out, try and mess with things like the Ravages and the timing and all the synchronization that they're going to need to help set up Sumail for an easier game. But YapzOr, of course, could also just provide a ton of damage with all of the setup that they have on the side of Secret. So as the game progresses and he starts building in towards that YapzOr, it's going to be extremely valuable for mid one.
Well, 4-7, 11-minute mark, as it does look like, again, heading towards this mid lane. There's just been so much focus on shutting down each of the opponent's mids. But Courier going to head off, and S4 sort of doing the hunt. There's no way that he manages to get it, though, surely. And Zai just going to pick up his Midas now and start the farm wars.
Top of the net worth in the game, by the way. Been given a ton of space in that bottom lane. He didn't manage to take the tower because he TP'd up to help get the kill onto Arteezy when they were focusing their own tier 1 tower in the top lane. So that is one thing that, you know, the typical Enigma game would have liked to have, but still very happy with it so far. And now Tornado stolen there from Crit, so perhaps a smoke in the near future for them if they want to try and make a play with Sumail.
Man, it could be really nice, definitely. See if they need to make that type of a move.
S4 is just trying to bully up top here, just walking under the tower, anchor smashing some Eidolons, and put the threat onto Zai. And that brings the two supports over. Puppey and YapzOr does just say, oh, okay, everything all right here?
Again, playing very reserved at this stage. We had a
Looks like
flurry
they
of
want
action
mid lane
early on as Crit gonna be able to find the lift, pull back now, Ravage to land. There's a lot of regen coming in, but it's not enough.
I like the way they're using this Ravage. I think it's completely fine to just shut down one of these two cores early. If you can secure a kill onto Nisha or mid one, that's a great way to go for it in the first couple of minutes. Now, ideally, you're securing towers after this, right? Especially when you have the Leshrac.
Yeah.
But it looks like they're just a little bit too threatened from Nisha's start here on the Faceless Void and concerned about the potential rotation of the Chronosphere. Now they are going to approach, though. Definitely like this.
Oh, very, very bold. Crit in position and Fly back behind as well, ready to interrupt if there is a black hole there. Tornado available, and the tier 1 tower going to be denied, but still taken.
They brought all of those big spells in, though, right? They have the Chronosphere. They have the black hole, so EG able to force rotations and still get out with the tower in hand. Deny, of course, still good for Secret, but space being denied away here from Team Secret.
Yeah, and that tornado is super valuable to steal. Just to interrupt all these engagements. Nisha building towards the Maelstrom next, it looks like, and it seems that Secret want to make a move themselves.
Yeah, the classic 12 to 14 minutes, right? This seems to happen in most games we've been casting here at TI, is that each team reads exactly what the other one's doing, and they both smoke to the top lane or the bottom lane, and it's just, yeah, I'm taking your tier 1, you're taking mine. We agreed to trade off.
Yeah. Well, and then it opens up the jungle, you can go for the farm, and finished it basically simultaneous
Puppey
moments.
is so slow.
Yeah.
He went the double bracer.
Oh
he
my
does
God.
have the boot gold now, so they'll be bringing those out. But Crystal Maiden, whew, 279. It's a hard life these days.
Yeah, man. This is the all for my team. Just get my aura, make it happen. Bottom lane, Nisha. Sticking around. S4 is there, and they'll be able to force him back. Still 30 seconds until Ravage.
Yeah, Nisha playing scared, right? He's kind of baiting here. He's going to rotate back around to the top of the stairs. Like, oh, why would he time walk away if he has friends nearby? That doesn't sound like a good idea.
Yeah.
They do have Radiant Vision up on the hill,
voice.
though. Thank you. That's exactly what he sounds like, actually. So I mean, right now it's S4 baiting.
Yeah. And they're going in for it. Still 15 seconds away. The disruption, great combo, and Puppey going to be interrupted in his ulti as well. Very well played here as they steal Freezing Field, and Puppey just going to hit the deck.
And they actually didn't have Ravage.
That's crazy.
Secret now, of course, is having the perfect timing.
Oh, he's thinking about it. Ooh. He doesn't decide to go for the Ravage.
Probably for the best.
Yeah.
Unlikely you're going to get the follow-up kill by yourself because his friends are still here, but YapzOr bails.
Yeah. Doesn't want to take this fight anymore.
Too worried about additional heroes. They had all that vision inside, so saw that there were extra numbers. But now it's 15 minutes. You got to press forward if you're EG. You say, you know, Puppey's dead. They're scared. Let's get that battery and Fly's just up there.
Moving in for it, definitely.
Oh, God, they're there.
Trying to interrupt. Can they get to deny the bounty room? Not going to happen, but mid one already throwing out the EMP combo. Yule Sepul dodge. And EG going to now try and assault the tier 1 tower, it looks like.
Nisha did get the top bounty at the very least. There's actually one more lurking there if he wants to try and go for it. If he reads the situation, he's going to see a lot of EG heroes on that bottom lane, but Sumail not revealing. Could think that he's there. And the line drawn now from Fly saying push out the top and the mid lane. And they're not going to care about bottom.
All right.
They're done. They're going to leave their vision. That's going to try and set them up for the next fight.
I guess as far as tower goes, it's one of the least important ones in the game, that bottom dire tier 1.
And they got the bounty run too. So perfect stuff there from EG. Another strong start. A 1K lead, nothing insurmountable, of course, at this point in the match.
Well, so at this point, do you feel like there's one team that's maybe a little bit in a better position if it does start to go late? Bulbo was obviously saying that he felt like this was a game that was going to go into the late stages. Are you worried at all? Oh?
No, I mean, they both have amazing late game tools, right? There's no question. We'll have to see if YapzOr can figure this out here. Things very close to the tree line here.
EG had that ward as well, so they knew that YapzOr was coming in, and looks like they're just going to try and retreat. Although Tornado.
Peekaboo.
Ooh, that was close.
I mean, what do we got for our supports, right? We have a big save from Fly, the disruption, and then you have the ultimates, like position 4 turnaround heroes of the Rubik and the Earthshaker, very similar. Big reason why these two always come out at TI, right? It's hard to beat these two in terms of that, like, instant, I'm turning this fight around, I'm winning this for my team out of the support role. Crit, of course, still waiting to use that freezing field as well. Maybe gonna goad his team into a smoke before he runs out on it. Or at least go farm some neutrals. That's another great way to use it.
Definitely.
Stack these two camps right now, 17-minute mark, get yourself some gold.
Let's get a blink, baby. Make it happen. And they have been using the Ravage pretty continually to try and go for a kill onto mid 1, but not an easy kill with YapzOr right behind.
These teams are actually so similar in this game, right? Like, it's crazy. Like, there's going to be BKB concerns for the Invoker as well as the Leshrac. You've got that instant, like, the first 20 seconds of the fight, or not even, the first 5 seconds of the fight are so stupidly important for Sven and Void.
Yeah.
It has to be perfect. It has to be the stun into all the damage. It has to be the chrono into all the damage, the perfect setup. I got to get the guy who's got the save on the back line. It's so many big brain plays coming out here, and it should be a real treat here. The longer it stays even, the more excited I get, frankly.
And now the Fissure actually going to block off mid 1 for the moment. Can they find the X Split Earth afterwards? And they will be able to. So they take down mid 1. Just the wraparound coming, and YapzOr not able to save his mid player.
Yeah, taking number advantage here. Threaten with the Ravage, with the Soul Ring. Gonna start pushing the tower a little bit. And speaking of pushing, you got the Boots of Travel finished up for Sumail. Yules and bots at 18 minutes.
You can see Dota Plus favoring Team Secret right now. I feel like this Faceless Void could be one of those heroes that they just really like a lot, like the Spectre. His potential in the late game, as we're going into it, it feels like. But we will see. 7-7, 18 minutes in. Right now, both teams getting into the next series of items. Sumail has his bots, push out the side lanes more effectively, maybe start to put some pressure along that top tier 1 or tier 2 tower rather.
Yeah, into that jungle zone. That ward's still surviving here for EG. It has given them so much information, and now a sentry catches a sentry, which makes Puppey perhaps a little suspicious, but he won't drop another. Didn't catch an observer. When you see the sentry like that, you gotta think like, do they have vision here as well? So yeah, he's dropping down some more.
They know though, and S4 wanting to make use of this early Blink Dagger purchase.
Yeah, another very aggressive Tide build, right? No medallions or solar crests or anything, just straight for the blink, all about the Ravage.
Puppey is there. They have an idea that he's in the area, but they don't have the Sven with them. Smoke breaks now onto Puppey, getting some vision, chasing forward. They have the Purge. Still looking for YapzOr. S4 wanting that +1, and they're actually grouped up together. Zai, he's got to be so careful. If S4 goes, he jumps forward. Ravage going to connect on the 3 of them. The follow-up coming through. There's no black hole in this fight. Can they get mid 1 afterwards? Dual Scepter to interrupt. Puppey going to try and play interference, but big win for EG.
Yeah, and a good steal for Crit too. He gets the level 4 Crystal Nova with 3 points in Arcane Supremacy. That thing hits hard.
And still gonna have to back out again as S4 a bit too far. So having those huge nukes coming from Crit now, can see the damage being dealt, and it was just that quick reaction and that ward. The ward you talked about in that bottom lane, scouting it all out.
That is the most value ward I've seen in a long time, I gotta say. And from an area of the map that doesn't necessarily get that much play, but it feels like EG they've forced it, right? By the way they're controlling the lanes.
Looking for the catch. Nisha gonna pop the BKB and just turn to fight. Puppey gonna pop the ultimate as well. Isn't it enough to kill off Sumail? I think the answer is yes. And now looking for Fly. Nisha able to make the move for his team as they did not anticipate that BKB.
And instant smoke too from YapzOr. He says, I've got more here. I don't quite have my Blink Dagger, but I want to force a fight when we're at the advantage. Mid one chasing.
Oh, mid one has a feeling. Crit is going to be the one that's caught, and Arteezy needs to get the heck out of here. If he is not careful, might get killed off afterwards. Tornado gonna find the lift. They're in trouble, trying to get the time walk away. Crit's actually living through it. They follow up the follow-up stun, but it's not going to happen.
Does a little dance before his death.
But EG lose 3, and back and forth we go.
Man, that BKB reveal could not have gone any better there for Nisha. Gets himself a double kill, puts his team in an excellent position for a follow-up, and now pushing the tier 1 mid with the Enigma. No real chance of defense here. I can't believe S4 is even coming in here. He's really in. He says, hey guys, they got nothing left. Just the black hole, and I guess he doesn't care.
Yeah, man, this guy's got Kraken Shell. He's still all happy. Maybe try and bully Puppey a little bit here. There's a chance. He has Blink Dagger, the time dilation slow. S4 decides he does not want to run at people anymore. Didn't have the gush up because of the time dilation. So, 21 minutes, 9 to 10, only 1,000 gold separating these two teams. And the BKBs starting to come out means that this is where the fights become a little bit topsy-turvy.
Yeah. Feels like there's a bit of a worry maybe for Arteezy, right? Like he's going to start losing some of his space. That mid tier 1's gone. They lost the bottom tier 1 a little bit earlier. Perhaps the invasions are going to begin now from Secret with the Blink Dagger on YapzOr, and he still needs quite a few items on this Sven. But you know, he's got the Midas efficiency, so it's okay.
Yeah, that's the way to win.
He's going to smoke up. He's looking for that initiation for the team. So we
Ravage.
got Stormhammer, we got Ravage, and we got Fly Smoke getting popped by mid one with the dust
They
now.
know YapzOr trying to play interference, but the Ravage comes again from S4. They cake him down, and EG pick up another 2 key heroes and immediately into the pit afterwards.
We have completely different philosophies between S4 and Zai, right?
Yes.
Zai is playing the game of the threat of the black hole, and S4 is playing like Centaur right now, where he's just getting 2-man stomps off again. This guy, I guess the perennial scapegoat for S4 or for EG throughout the year, right? S4 Doom, haha. You know, the only hero he could live and win on, kind of a deal. The guy had some pretty rough games, a lot of 0-6s, 0-7s, but it's TI time, baby. This guy's a TI winner. He's been up there. He's done this. You think this place phases him at all?
He knows what he's doing, definitely. Definitely proving the haters wrong here. Playing a fabulous tide game so far. Still, though, it is a hero that's naturally going to be a little bit behind in terms of farm just because he's not going for that Midas that Zaya's going for. It feels like Secret are kind of prepping for that later stage. But EG just getting the Aegis now, going to need to deal with a smoke coming from Secret with Chronosphere available.
Yeah, time for the aggressive plays again here once the Ravage is back up for EG. Until then, they do have to try and dodge exactly what Secret are bringing.
Well, Secret trying to find an opening here. It feels like
they know exactly what's happening. They saw Zai rotating through.
Got to be careful. They're baiting one. They realize that Crit's in the area too, as well as Fly. Jumps forward, and Arteezy able to get off to the other side. They only find one in the Chronosphere. That's not good enough, ladies and gents. And now Nisha trying to control it, find that one kill. They have an Echo Slam afterwards if they want to use it. Zai also looking for that opening with the black hole. He has the blink. Can they find the opening? It's not going to be there. Delta Split, get the heck out of dodge. Sumail still living through this one. They've only lost the Shadow Demon so far, and Nisha just trying to run away. And Secret have to escape. They got to get the heck out of here. Vision connecting again on to 2. Can they turn this one? YapzOr falls. And meanwhile, off to the side, S4 just runs away. They dodged it all.
At the very least, they did manage to save Nisha there. I thought he was going to go down. We got ourselves a support for support. But I think it was the Frostbite that came through and interrupted the follow-up there from Sumail. So Puppey with the big save. Keep his carry alive, because that was not looking too good. But for EG now, they're going to press forward. And they won't have the God Strength, but they do have the Ravage, which should be enough with the power of the Aegis to put themselves well past this tier 2. What kind of wards we got? We got 2 observers right now from Fly. So gotta get some special placements here to keep control of this dire jungle.
And a scary moment as well coming from EG as Crit has that Blink Dagger done. And as you mentioned in the fight, stolen Chronosphere. This could be one of those moments. You gotta be so careful if you're Team Secret. 3,000 gold lead, but more importantly, cooldowns still working with them right now on Secret. They have 30 more seconds until Chronos back up, but around 90 until they have Echo Slam again.
Yeah, they just want mid, I assume, for EG here. Have to push that bottom lane first, but They've got time with the Aegis to still do this. Good observer ward here, still spotting what Sumail's doing, hiding in the tree line.
Looking for it. Zai moves in. They have the black hole available, but saving it for now. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, it looks like a jump through. They're still going to be able to find the one. Sumail looking like he's going to go down, but able to dodge away. Puppey finds the kill. In the meantime, mid one dies.
All right, calling all reinforcements.
And this was the Aegis, so Sumail's back again in a sec.
Some long TPs down here. So they're even thinking about sticking around because they have the chrono back up now. Maybe going to attempt to force a backstab here, but EG, they still like what they see with mid one being dead. So contemplating a mid push here. Arteezy, he's being so stealthy, he's not even using his Midas, which I know is killing him inside.
Yes.
But he waits for that perfect jump.
We all go through pain for the victory.
He's itching right now. The camp's just right up there.
But they're really itching
something
for
good.
the jump in as they catch out Zai yet again. Another round. Evil geniuses keep on finding these pickoffs, and it's the vision over and over again. Those wards placed down, spotting the opening, and now EG walking high ground. They've still got Chrono.
The golden glove was worth the wait there. S4 has been incredible on this side and are so aggressive with this blink dagger.
Careful, be careful. Where are you going to step next, Secret? Arteezy
They still have chrono.
dodged out, keeping it for now. Both Secret and Evil Geniuses have Chronosphere. A little while left on the spell steal.
Who's going to have the better chrono? That's the question. 55 seconds of precise timing. Thank you very much.
And the back away. EG managed to get some damage onto that tier 3, but really it was the tier 2 taken, and now Secret, no more tier 2s around.
Radiant are
And again, it's every time it feels like it's Evil Geniuses having that vision advantage. BSJ mentioned on the panel that it was going to come down to who found the better initiation. That's what's been happening.
Yeah, we're not quite at that like late game stats they're looking for, but yeah, you look at those sentries placed and there it is. Wards destroyed 3 for Secret, only 1 so far from EG, but at least they have the confidence of where to move, right? Because they know there's no observers when you're dropping that many sentries.
Absolutely. Well, BKB
Speaking of which, they're walking right under an observer, and they're being pinged out here. So Secret looking for that big play, but there's an observer sentry combo also spotting that invoker in the mid lane.
Both teams under vision and not willing to take that fight. But it's all come to the tune of a 5,000 gold lead right now for EG.
I can't believe S4 hasn't died with the way he's played too.
It's been insane.
Yeah, definitely my MVP so far in this one. I had a spectacular game last one as well on the Centaur War Runner. But he's just the driving force right now. He's walking, he's marching towards that tier 3 tower, and he's saying, yo team, tell me if there's a fight. I got Ravage in 25. Sumail.
Looks like it could be. Gotta be ever so careful. The wraparound could come, although they don't have Nisha with them right now. So Nisha
Radiant's top tower.
going to come on back. Puppey realizing I need to deal with the creep waves pushing into the bottom lane, and simultaneously CRTZ move up towards the top lane and push that one off of their tier 2 tower.
Yeah, this is a prep for Roche time, right? You got the bottom lane way far out if you're EG. So you want to get that mid lane, that top lane, you want to get some wards in the dire jungle, and you want to get yourself all ready and raring to go for the big guy.
God, it's got to be said again though, the problem right now in this Secret game is feeling like mid one. You know, right now only 200 gold ahead of Crit on his Rubik. It has been a very tough game for this Quaswex Invoker.
Yeah, you don't get a lot of ways to farm as the Quaswex Invoker other than kills, right? And the team fights have not been going their way. He is creating opportunities for someone like Zai, kind of similar to last time too, right? Unfortunately, at least for EG this time, the Enigma is not going to drop off a cliff like the Ench did. So,
yes.
I mean, that does matter if Zai has the R button bound, but eventually that black hole will be coming into play.
And we can see that Secret dodging away from fighting until that Chronosphere wears off, which it now, at this point, has. So EG no longer with that competitive advantage in the next fight. But the downside is that this Rubik is also as farmed as your Invoker.
Yeah, and he's been, like, he's the reason why, of course. You know, we're giving Zai a hard time, but he knows he can't black hole unless he either sees the spell steal or he catches the Rubik inside. And then once the Aghanim comes out, well, then you just have to get the Rubik or that's it.
Yes. DD spawns.
He is actually close to that Lincoln though, so he'll have himself at least some option there with the BKB. He will have the potential, as they'll have to go for the purge into the steal.
You saw there the stats from Crit momentarily, and one of the ones that It's highlighted again as camp stack. That was one that you were pointing out in the last game.
Yeah, geez, it was 23 camp stacked by EG in the previous match compared to the 5 of Secret. Of course, it made a little bit of sense when you've got a Sven and a Leshrac, but still, they are materializing gold. They have perfected alchemy with the Alchemist Band. So EG just very on today as they take the field.
Smoke up right now. S4 again, they spot out Zai. This could be the man that they want to jump on. Roche, 2.5 minutes before it's going to respawn.
Scouting Sunstrike there from mid one just to ensure that nothing.
Oh, they're all together. The jump for S4. He finds the ball again. They can't come on. The follow-up coming though. Nisha's already there. He's trying to take down one. He wants to kill off Crit so he can get a black hole afterwards. The turnaround coming from Zai. Can they kill him all off the duration of it? Puppey chasing Arteezy. He pops the BKB, runs to fight, catches out Nisha. Can they kill him off in time? Yeah, throw with that. The second turnaround. Give him the okie doke. And Secret still seeing if they can find Sumail, but they're not going to be able to. With all those heroes dead so quickly and all the ultis used, the big win is that the thing that's crazy is there's no Roche even.
That Yules from Sumail to stop the fall of damage as well, though. Absolutely huge to make sure that he wouldn't go down. But big stuff there from Team Secret. They finally find a fight. They get the big pick off that they needed with that Chrono. You saw him just instantly like, there he is. There's the Rubik, and Zai breathes a massive sigh of relief. He does 4,500 damage on the Enigma, and then 5,017 on the Faceless Void there from Nisha, as you saw.
Dude, and the buybacks came so
there
quick.
You go.
You talk about the double bubble. It's just back and forth and back and forth. Big team fight ultis, killing off that
I mean, that's how good it is, guys. The double bubble, Synderen could win with this. It's extremely strong.
Oh.
Sorry, it's too easy at this
It's
point.
too easy.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I'm not sure, but it looked like Zai might not have gotten his BKB off at the start of that one, possibly, which caused some of the turnaround. Whew.
All right, now let's do it again. How hard is that, right? I mean, everyone's going to be taking a moment because that was a lot of spells cast. We got some big cooldowns, and so we're going to be waiting for a while.
And still no chance for the Roche because of the long respawn time. Like, if that happens immediately afterwards and Roche respawns, like, Secret could go in and steal it away. But not the case this time. Butterfly completed for the Void.
Yeah, he is very scary. You saw how much damage he was outputting there. Tends to be a very magic damage based hero because of the bash, and a like Maelstrom builder, but now that Butterfly just gonna help with the pure right clicks too. Of course, just amplifying everything with the attack speed.
33 minutes in, and again, S4 doesn't have the Ravage this time. Nisha up on the low ground, starts to find him, gets the lift up though for the turnaround. Sunstrike, it's not there. He has Chronosphere, but he just didn't use it. And now Chase Forward finds the second round of it. They group apart. Nisha only able to find one, but it might be a good enough one at that. But the disruption coming from Fly, saving his buddy life. Need to get the heck out of there. Sumail gets the Yule Scepter lift up, still lives through it, and now Puppey is the one who's going to get caught. And that Chronosphere was not good enough. Ravage is now back up. Chasing forward, Arteezy finds one. The Ravage again to interrupt, and now the follow-up. They've got Nisha over the Malefice. They can kill him off in time before he's able to get the jump away. EG find 3.
Team Secret tried to thread the needle there because they knew that Ravage wouldn't be up, right? They're just checking the cooldowns. They're like, let me see, Ravage, 150. We got Faceless Void, the Chrono, 120. It was there. It was ready, a 30-second window. But when you try and do things so, like, surgical like that for Secret and you fail, it's going to be very, very painful.
And like you said, it's that initiation. You fully commit into the fight. And by that time, it takes you those 30 seconds to get away afterwards. And that does leave open now another Aegis going into the hands of Sumail.
Well, they do have the black hole back, of course, for Zai. It wasn't ready for that team fight. That is another thing about trying to throw that needle. So they were completely reliant there. And as you can see, at the end of that fight, another unbelievable Ravage here from S4. The start of the fight, when they first done Nisha, they didn't have enough lockdown. Not enough allies nearby to try and get that kill. But in that moment, yeah, Fly. Woo! Let's go, he says. We're back. We got the Aegis. We got the cheese. On to the march to the high ground once again.
Dude, part of it is that it's like, you know, obviously a really good tied game. But the part of the thing, too, is S4's just putting the team on his back right now.
He's playing fearless, 100% right now.
That's what you got to do.
And Sumail, I think we're watching a replay here because he just finished his Shivas, 35 minutes in, and the guys got the same stuff going on here. He is terrifying. The only thing he's missing is the level 25 for those diabolic Edict explosions. And now if he gets stuck inside a Chrono with someone like Crit, if you're going to be focusing on Crit the whole time, you're going to be taking a lot of damage if he manages to get that 25.
Well, the panel was talking about Leshrac at TI5. That had one particular ending, if you all recall.
Oh, he was there.
He was there. That guy was there.
Male guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do not want to keep on giving him Lesh, it feels like.
Yeah, Crit thought that was funny.
Crit appreciates my humor. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Ravage, 25 seconds away.
Yeah, well, that's another window here where they do have the edge in the ultimates from Team Secret. A little bit down in the net worth, though. Point out before mid one, still just on the struggle bus here.
Again, needing to get into those items. At this point, he does have the Aghanim's Cold Snap talent, but only level 16. And Nisha's walking by him at 24 right now. He's the 3rd lowest level in the game.
Oh. Goodness. That's like last game, right?
True.
Crit was out leveling him before, and he's out leveling him again. The Grand Magus feeding the Invoker.
The smoke up. They have an inkling that somebody might be heading up top, and guess who it is? Mid one, trying to create some space for his team.
Sumail's hasted, he's running.
Do they break on him? Sumail's off to the left. Meanwhile, Arteezy, he's going to realize that they're over there, but it looks like they won't go for the fight.
They all blink away as S4 blinks in.
Yeah, the Secret realize now.
At the very least, mid one did stick around up top, so he'll go for the next wave. That one perhaps a little bit oh, okay. He goes from the out of range tornado.
Yeah. Afterwards, sending out Forge Spirit, needing to play as safe as can be. Can't afford to lose anybody at this stage of the game.
Oh, we're talking 25 though, and there's a big one. The plus 40 strength on the God strength now for Arteezy.
Look at the buyback status. Only the Enigma and the Crystal Maiden have it for Dire.
That is terrifying.
And
All right, Nisha's super close.
yes.
Okay.
They all are super close, but you got to get that buyback before you take the fight. Nisha also almost 25.
Before EG bring the fight as well. It's only a minute and 45 left here, though, on that Aegis.
They spotted him, I think, on that ward. Sumail looking for an opening here. They're also bringing in Arteezy.
Dude,
Nisha shows up.
These wards down here
Oh, God.
has been insane.
That other ward, Nisha, he needs to be so careful. He jumps away, though, realizing what's going on. They get the lift up. They jump in. They find the stun, and they get him. Oh, my God. They get him again. He did manage to get buyback ult right before that.
But the greed, man, not BKB TPing. I mean, you can't blame him, right? That was just a field TP.
But that means that they know that Sumail as well as Arteezy are not here, and they're going to find at least one turnaround kill. S4 moving in, looking for YapzOr, but Sumail boxed into this fight, and they've caught Puppey with the splitter if they find another kill. Off to the side.
Careful about this buyback, though.
Oh, not only that, they don't have crit right now. They can't stop a BKB black hole. They maybe need to find one first, and S4 could think about jumping in if they want to use it. Arteezy also behind enemy lines.
They can't black hole the Aegis, though, unless they're super confident in the chrono after with a buyback, which would be fair.
Again, maybe a little bit risky here from Evil Geniuses, as they are going to walk up, take down this tier 3 tower. Sumail is going to try and back out, yeah.
They just want shrines.
Need to be careful. And Zai not going to take the bait for the jump. So EG take down the tier 3 tower. That opens up these shrines to be taken as well. And if there is going to be a next Roche fight, EG should have the advantage with buybacks.
Oh, Fly with the beautiful wards again in the same spot, creating two of the biggest moments in this match for EG to help give them this lead and drive them towards a potential 2-0ing here. They've lost the edge of the Aegis now, though, as you hear it expire. They do gain a BKB now in S4. He's holding the cheese, probably going to pass that off to Sumail. As you can see, the open slot's still there, and S4 will be happy to tank it up with the BKB instead. Now up to a 67% win probability, according to Dota Plus.
Dota Plus is feeling like it's going to be a 2-0. At this point, Secret needing to come up with an answer. 11,000 gold lead for EG. The Aghanim Scepter just now completed for the Rubik. Those couple of huge team fights, the turning point in this one to try and move EG into the
You want to see something nasty?
What's that?
You just hover over that spell steal. I mean, that range.
Yeah.
How do you play around that? This is such a hard game.
It's a freaking screen.
Let me just click Lincoln's here. All right, we got 13-second cooldown. Let me click Rubik. 2 seconds.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem like a very effective counter.
This is going to be a problem. Unless they're able to find the Rubik. That has to be one of the ways to do this. Maybe even just chrono the Rubik and then you go black hole everybody else.
That is completely fine at this point.
Mid one still scouting out for his team.
TZ sending the Midas home, off to the farm.
And this is a DD rune spotted as well.
The courier helping out there, sending it. Nice micro there. The Midas has done its job, will be sold now.
But look at this, Secret, they need to defend the top tower, or top set of backs. There's creeps in the base.
All right, what kind of tools do we have here? YapzOr, he's working on a potential Aether Lens to just keep his stuns up. Big damage from Nisha. He wants it all in this team fight. No buyback. He is a one and done kind of hero in the Faceless Void. That's how he's going to treat. This means that he 100% has to get the chrono off before dying. You keep the buyback, you can play a little lax. You know what happens. It's not the worst thing, but
He did take the backtrack cooldown instead of the
try to stay alive.
Yeah,
You know?
everything to stay alive. But you do remember last game what happened. Nisha not being dissuaded from dying without buyback in the previous game, going for that play again. Just hopefully not the dying part.
Yeah, there might be some time, depending on if they can get outside their base, if they can read the fact that EG is just spacing for the Aegis. Especially with Sumail showing on the bot.
And I guess the big key there is they feel like they have to all in for that Aegis play. And if they don't win the Aegis fight, you know, it's going to be really tough for them. And likewise,
Yeah.
you can't buy back and just TP in.
Mid one is so scared this game, though, that he can't even get farmed, right? Like, he's running around invis, trying to push lanes for his team to keep them in this and to create pressure on EG to make large rotations across the map. But he gets to hit 2 creeps, and now he's back ghost walking.
Yeah.
Like, it's not surprising he's only 2k ahead of crit. When he is to give this kind of a game, he's trying to give as much farm as he can over to Nisha, who's now time walking into the tree line down on the bottom.
It's just so scary. Like, you've got such ridiculous damage coming from EG after a stun, and they just keep on getting stun locked and killed. Pick off after pick off, 22 to 16, 42 minutes in.
Fly just said, hey guys, we can take that shrine.
Yeah, let's do
Just
it.
drew a little line. He's like, hey, I guess got some free gold there. Why open we can't allow a backstab to happen, right? If we end up going high ground. They're still waiting for the Roche, and oh my goodness, that was a fast spawn.
Very fast spawn. We'll see if they're able to spot it. Aghanim Scepter.
Nisha has decided that he can solo kill Sumail if it's not obvious, because he's waiting. You know, he doesn't need any XP. He would like a little bit more gold for his buyback, but he is just completely hoping that Sumail will TP down here.
Yeah, but likewise, EG, if you don't see Nisha farming out the creep waves, might give an inkling as to where he is. Cataclysm is the pickup. This could be one of the big defining factors here.
The damage up to 350. I mean, that's all right for pure.
Yeah.
He'll definitely take it. He's not a full Exort Invoker.
But likewise, who do you like this Aghanim Scepter on for the Roche?
What's
pickup?
Nisha's APM right now? It's probably not too high. 118. Oh my God, it's the lowest you're ever gonna see it.
Well, you see there as well. Actually, Sumail, he TP'd back, realized he doesn't like it anymore.
Yeah,
just leaves.
He saw it. He was like, I don't think so.
So who do you like this Aghanim Scepter on? That Roche picked?
That's a good question.
Oh.
We already got it on crit, right? Shadow
hold that.
Demon, I
Oh.
guess, sometimes can be all right. Oh,
There's a smoke up looking for that opening. S4 could be the one that gets jumped on, but it would need a black hole, and then that opens up the Rubik to go for the steal play. And the panel was talking about it, this big frontliner that just, you can't get through the watermelon. It's too tough.
they have 2 of the non-Kraken spells too, but the Rubik
It's just too scary. You can't initiate on him.
and well, look where Sumail is. I mean, that creep wave is going to be heading in here. He wants to be nearby because he thinks that Secret might take the opportunity to jump. But they're keeping that wave up, and now Fly pings it again. It's just like, maybe we keep this going.
Just the understanding of where Secret was going to come from and holding on to the
they're trying
high
to
ground.
stack it. Yeah, they stopped the Force Spear from getting in. So they have to Sunstrike it, and they say, indeed. Roshan awaits.
Niji with that are going to move into the pit. Going for the quick kill here.
We got the Black Hole. We got the Freezing Field. We got
Scary.
the Chrono. We got the Echo Slam. Everyone has their moment here from Team Secret. The question is, can he get there in time? I can give you a quick answer. It's absolutely not.
And Roche is going to go down. They pick up.
Sumail's going to carry it around here. It looks like it is indeed Fly who's going to get it.
All right.
It's a nice Ags. I mean, you don't often get to get it, right? But 3 charges on the Demonic Purge. I do agree. I think it's better than the Tide one when you're rocking the phase boots, right? Because you already got mana issues. Spamming Gush on this giant like wave and torrent is a little bit tough, and the guy wants a refresher too. So
Yeah. Need all that mana for other
He's gonna need some
purposes.
mangoes at this point.
He's got the soul ring. I'm sure it's all fine.
He's done the math.
15,000 net worth lead in EG after having taken that Aegis, getting the Ags. Is going to be in a position where they can possibly try and push for the next set of racks here.
The comeback in the last game was virtually impossible for Team Secret. Once they got down like the racks and everything. And this time they're still holding the high ground, but even more importantly, they just have the better heroes,
Yeah.
right? This is much more of a game where it can happen. Unfortunately, they still have the exact same problem in mid one. He's still not scaling.
He did pick up a refresher here, so all of his spells double damage.
Cast
They've
spells,
got
hit
it
spells.
won. Gotta be careful. Alacrity onto Nisha, looking for their opening. Sumail.
You gotta watch that scythe. If
Stay
Nisha jumps in here, he's gotta BKB preemptively.
Yeah, it's really dangerous. And Sumail taking a lot of damage. Yule Scepter's dodged the hit, but the Cataclysm finds the hit. Was that just the Sunstrike?
Just the Sunstrike, just holding on.
Saving it for the second round afterwards. So that is gonna be the end of this push for now as they burn through the Aegis. But they will at least get one range tracks with one last hit from Mr. Cardi.
Yep, quick loss though from Team Secret on that.
And now the call is to head down to the bottom shrine. I mean, that's the thing, like in these moments, you've got so many potential ways that Secret can pull it back. You gotta play it as safe as can be.
You don't want to be the first mover if you're EG either, right?
Right.
Unless you see this like perfect opportunity, which is always hard to get going high ground, you would rather they throw out the chrono first, right? Put the pressure on Secret. Don't reveal yourselves as this Rubik, and only feed out your Leshrac with his Aegis.
And we do maybe see one of the problems that Secret have in this game, or rather EG have in this game, is there's a lot of outspam, a lot of damage spells from Secret that don't require a big initiation.
Yeah, but now we do have a BKB on Sumail to help replace that Aegis.
Oh, crit. They realize he's there. Jumped on all of the spores in the immediate on top of him. Look at the damage coming
That
out.
was a mid-hero.
Oh my God. They didn't stand a chance in crit, looking to try and chase him down. They don't have buyback on the Invoker with the Chronosphere. Do they have any follow-up? They need the black hole afterwards. And Sai able to get it onto both of them. The huge combination coming out with the Endless Slam. One more. Secret, they're doing it. Is it going to be enough now? They're trying to take them down in time. 4-step up to the other side. And S4 gets the cheese off. Trying to run back now. They still don't have mid one, but they forced all these buybacks. EG, are they really going to try and push for more now? Oh man, S4 with the big bad punch. And look at the damage coming from Sai though.
They just spent so much on buybacks and on some big heroes too. Crit, Arteezy, and Sumail. Possibly the three worst ones that have to do it. But again, the big counter to the Chronosphere, it's always the buyback. Nisha has 6,800 gold. He might have to go back home and buy the refresher.
They need to think about it at the very least. Force Staff trying to keep him alive. A second Force Staff just pushes Stumgrave, but they do have buyback right now on this Earthshaker. They got to try and hold at this point in time. If they can manage to hold things out, all of a sudden they're going to be in a much better position with those
That
buybacks on cooldown.
It's back. There's no glyph. They're protecting.
And so much damage
Oh,
coming
man.
out from Sumail.
It's a bold play, right? But they've read the situation. They know they only lose to the Chrono and the Black Hole. Nisha again shows, still holding that gold.
This is one of those moments. You look at it, and EG, they committed buybacks for this. They get
And
another
it
melee
all
rest.
started with that pick there on the crit.
God, look at the damage coming
Yeah,
from
that
this.
plus 250 talent is a absolutely monstrous one when it comes to the anchor smash, and then the follow-up there from crit to keep things going. But beautiful. Nisha finds it. Easy follow-up for Zai out of the disruption. It's a save, but it's also a setup, as BSJ pointed out. And YapzOr, after 2 games on the Earthshaker, feels like he finally found himself an echo that mattered.
Yeah, barely able to get out. That break also coming on to the Faceless Voids. There weren't any bashes afterwards.
Mid one's like, thanks, team. I know, I got this. I'm coming back.
7,000 net worth lead, but again, those buybacks, the big deciding factor in these games, and they used 3 of them.
Yeah, and that's...
Oh, lordy.
Yeah.
Oh my
S4 got the gem first, though. Passes it off to Crit. Gonna be looking for mid one as he runs around the map here.
And the scary thing is that mid one will eventually become a hero. He's getting closer to that late game Invoker status. Getting level 20, having the Cataclysm and the Refresher. We didn't see that combination come out in the last fight. And even still, Secret were able to win it. It does sort of beg the question, if Nisha manages to find those Chronospheres, can Secret bring them down in time? Also,
I can't believe he's also going back for the Satanic too. And then he's going for the Lincolns he's thinking after. So Nisha just has full confidence in his first chrono. He knows that they're also lacking damage, right? Which is the other thing, that he can't fully invest in the refresher. I do understand that as well, or that line of thinking, because mid one's not offering a whole lot. He's just spell casting with the refresher and the Aghanims. Same thing essentially for the Earthshaker and the Enigma. It's all just holding people in place for Nisha to bash them.
goes back for it after picking up that Satanic, like you said. But nonetheless,
Oh, okay. So he went off the Lincolns.
yeah. I guess the other thing too now is that they have more points up in Exort, so Alacrity matters more.
He needs a base refresher too. He doesn't have to like carry it around. So now he's got the 6 slots. I'm definitely down with this over a Lincoln's.
Well, mid one again, scouting for his team. We're getting closer and closer to that time. It's still where anything can happen in the late game. Feels like we're going to be waiting for that next Roche.
Yeah, I can't believe it's been brought down to just a 3K difference here in terms of the net worth as well. Kind of getting some heroes topping out here, maybe trying to put it onto some of their allies. So you don't necessarily have RTZ constantly hitting creeps or Sumail as well, right?
Yeah.
Sumail is closing in on the Octarine core though, and with his BKB, man, they are going to take these last racks so fast. It might end up being a mega creep game. We all know that doesn't mean it's over. That's for sure. Nisha now leading the charge here. They're going to some unusual spots. They're going to see an empty camp and say, oh, I wonder where they went next. They're playing detective here, tracking their way through on the hunt.
Now they have a feeling. They drop down the ward up on the high ground. And this smoke's still a decent amount of duration left. YapzOr gonna be the one that picks up the DD, actually.
Observer sentry combo here from side of EG.
That's gonna reveal Nisha once that smoke wears off.
Yeah,
So now they know where he's at. EG afterwards could go.
Sunstrike was very, very correct. I wonder where they are.
Yeah. But you can see EG playing very safe now. With no buybacks on several of their heroes, does open up
Jeez.
a large window.
Midnight Pulse. I wonder where Enigma's damage
So much damage.
Midnight Pulse and Black Hole is absolutely ridiculous.
So, moving into the pit. The Roche respawn time.
Minute and a half. All right, what does that do for our buybacks? That's the big question, right?
It's not quite good enough for EG. They're not going to have them by the time the Roche spawns.
They needed a real long Roche.
Yeah.
It probably won't be game ending necessarily, though, with only a minute.
Did get that Eidolon damage also, level 20 talent for Enigma. So if they do manage to push down a lane and get some damage onto the tower, it's going to be quite quick.
Fly just scouting with the illusions right now.
Yeah. Waiting for those buybacks to be ready. Not wanting to put a step forward if they don't have to. Down to just 1,000 gold lead.
Man, Secret are looking at stone cold in the booth right now. I can tell you that. No feet are tapping. Everyone intently on the screen. It's just, you know, the second that one pixel appears, I might have to jump and cast my spell. Stoic in there. Both sides.
EG now. Grouped together. Mid one. The plus side of this Ghost Walk is that it's going to give you so much more potential to push out those side lanes without revealing yourself. Throwing those tornadoes consistently.
Yeah, he has been playing a bounty hunter that essentially doesn't feed in this game. I feel like mid one has done despite being pretty low in the net worth and everything, he's done a good job of keeping these lanes in a good spot for Secret. It's one of those things that's a little bit thankless. But I think EG, without this Invoker running around and sacrificing himself, EG would probably have megas, if not the game by now. Constantly tornadoing, staying off the map, and it can be hard to keep track of that when he's never showing.
Definitely. Everybody going for Aeon Discs now, knowing the potential.
Yeah, it's a good, very good call. It's kind of the pseudo buyback in a way, right? Of just like, I can't be killed instantaneously.
Yes.
Got myself another chance in this fight. But there's so much follow-up too that at the most you're hoping you just commit 2 big spells for you.
Scan. S4. I mean, there's
This
bounty runs,
crash.
but oh god. I mean, he can do what he wants, right? He's had an amazing game so far, but every step forward you take, it's closer to death. But Roche has respawned now. And those buybacks used earlier about to come off cooldown, all of them with the exception of YapzOr. Still about a minute away from his being done.
And the crowd has been pretty loud for these two teams too, but they are just, they await like us. They can feel the tension.
A lot of tension in those booths, a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, and the big testament of what makes the top team is how do you deal with that? These moments.
Oh, we got a Forward Spirit and an Illusion if you guys want a real team fight here. There it is. It's 2-on-1. They're battling it out with the Forward Spirit, trying to make the play. Oh, he lives! That was amazing.
I'm such
You
a
get
dork.
some more of that.
I love it.
That's just TI.
Yeah, that's true, right?
That doesn't matter. Oh! And the deny on the damage. Oh!
That's
This Forward Spirit has done more than no.
he just died. Oh my
Yeah, it's
goodness.
okay. He denied the damage. It's fine.
Fair enough. So 25-19 as we near the hour mark. This game
Already? Phew.
it's pretty crazy.
It's been good.
It has.
That's a nice one. Question is, are we going to get another?
That's a good point. Only time
Yeah,
will
do you
tell.
have a feeling?
You know, it really feels like it could go either way. And at this stage, I'm wondering if the double huge team
I
fight
think the
ultimates are
double
enough.
ravage is
Puppey.
the double ravage is kind of scary for me.
Jump, jump, jump. Finds it on his 3. Not bad at all. Is it going to be enough, though? They have the destruction, able to keep him alive. S4 will go down, but Arteezy is the one to live. They buy back on the tide, and they just are going to back out now. But the BKB used from the Sven, and now Nisha. Refresher used, but no mana for that Chronosphere afterwards.
That is a bit of a problem. Luckily, he's got a Crystal Maiden. So Puppey pumping him back up, almost up to that 300. Just needs a little bit more for the time walk, and he's all good. And we're online. Second Chrono ready to go.
This is one of those moments. You take down S4, he buys back, and now another window. Or if you can take that huge team fight out of the game, gives Secret such a huge lead.
Jeez, S4 does not have any wiggle room for himself, though. Has to be very careful with the arcanes and everything. Just can't mess up, because he's also very close, right? With these anchor smashes and gushes, he could run into trouble. Definitely appreciate the fact that he's gotten rid of the phase boots, right? Because he needs it when he's gone for this.
Refresher, very expensive in the mana department, only 1,100 on that Tidehunter.
So just the double pop, just has to ensure he gets it.
And Crit, being the one to open up, Arteezy, gonna get stunned. Nisha, he throws out into the Chronosphere, but S4 there with the Ravage. They turn this one back around. They have the Chronosphere, but can they get it? Oh my God, the Cataclysm! And the second Refresher. Is it gonna be enough though? S4, he's in trouble. He's all alone, trying to run away, and is he gonna be able to escape with the BKB wearing off? The answer is looking like maybe, possibly. The corner's was stolen from Crit to turn it back around, and now the jump forward. They want to take down Crit, able to save his offlaner at the last second.
That cost his buyback, but of course well worth it with S4 not having one. He is out of Ravage for 2 full minutes though, and you've got to think that Secret now should be able to take position here and get themselves around that Roche pit while they still hold the big black hole.
Can you believe it? The turnaround in this game, Secret in the late game are making it happen. They force out over the past couple of minutes 4 buybacks
They've
from
got
Evil
the big
Geniuses.
jump. I mean, Bulba knows that's what's it's going to come down to, and it's Secret in the late game who are finding them. Nisha. Fantastic chronos, and he's got another one coming up here in 55 seconds. And of course, that Aegis, I imagine they give it to him. I could see an argument for Zai as well. Maybe even YapzOr, but he's not. Yeah, I think I'm leaning towards Nisha, because I think if you have Chrono, these fights are just incredibly difficult for EG.
Well, it doesn't even feel like Secret are willing to fully go into the pit as of yet. A little bit too scary just walking in there. Gotta know Ravage. Nisha jumps forward. He finds him. Blink away. Stolen. Time walk. Tries to jump. Tries to find. Break the catch. Is it going to be the kill? They're going to be able to get the blast turnaround. But where's the damage? They don't have enough. Heal through. Coming through. EG trying to get him. And the break kills onto Zai. Now finding more. The Hex is out as well. Who's that Puppey going down? Almost killed. One more right click. Finishes him off.
Oh, the defensive black hole is not usually the one that you want, but they needed it there for Nisha. All right,
And he
easy.
stole it. They have it stolen. Crit has Black Hole ready.
With the Aghanim Scepter as well. He's going to get himself a big old Midnight Pulse under there too, and that could bring down the beefiest of heroes. But Nisha, he's back with the double chrono.
The smoke up coming. They're moving right into the pit. And do Secret know? They might not be aware of this.
There's a DD bot. Nisha, how bad do you want it?
They're leaving. Either they don't know or they feel like they can't contest, but with double Chronosphere, you would imagine that they feel like they can go and fight.
They don't seem to.
Not quite
They're
in
scanning,
time.
They know.
And a little bit too late on the draw. Secret are going to give this one up. So Refresher, Aegis, Aghanim, Scepter, and a cheese.
So that's 2 black holes, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my god! Double black hole for Crit. Can he do magic? Graham Aegis. 60 minutes in now. No Puppey for 60 seconds. EG, in the duration of this game, have been able to take down 2 of the racks, but as of yet have not been able to break from Aegis.
We
Nisha.
also have the Aghanim picked up for Sumail too.
All right, Nisha thinking about jumping. He has no vision right now. No vision at all. But they're down on the low ground. Does he spot them out? Not quite. They're behind some trees. And he spots them. He gets Nisha. Soul Catcher already out, looking for the follow-up. Is it going to be? The break. He's in trouble. The slowdown. The second one. Nisha going to get caught. Nisha going to be killed. He has 100 seconds away. Now mid one trying to run out of there. S4. He has a Ravage back up in a second as well. But they can't quite find him as of yet.
Zai's out of there. He's going down to the wave. No one's in the base.
Look at this. EG, the tier 3 tower.
We have the black hole. We have the refresher. We have the chrono.
They have
Just
a moon
one.
chart on Sven.
Has fallen.
5,000 gold lead right now for EG.
Just when it's looking like Secret have figured this one out and gotten those big team fights, it goes right back the other way. The jump is there from S4.
And still a ton of duration left on that black hole for Rubik. They haven't even had to use it yet. And you see the swing back and forth it goes. Back to just about 50-50, 62 minutes in.
Ice Frog's having some trouble up there in the booth. He's sliding it left and right, trying to read what's happening.
And you see there the
But it's an
idle
enigma.
talent. Oh. Up on the high grounds.
There's no time for replays. Things are far too dangerous right now. I appreciate this production because you never know. There's
happen.
one moment,
Notice.
especially when S4 blinks into a creep wave.
Jump forward, finds 2. That's a good 2 to get, but the Aeon Disc already Crop Crit living through this one, trying to find the follow-up. It's going to be there. They take that one. They are going to possibly... No, they can't get Sumail. He's looking away. They find the finish. The black hole dropped down onto Arteezy. It's not enough. They're trying to run away. Is it going to be enough to break, to catch the control? He time walks out of there, but now the start round. Big one coming through with the... Doesn't go off the combo and no buyback. Team Secret, goddamn, you're beautiful. As Zai left over forward, he made it happen for him. No buyback.
That's it.
Dear Lord, that was beautiful.
They're out of there, and what does it again? It's a little observer ward there on the river that lets Nisha grab that game-win chrono. It's one thing to cast your spell, but in order to do it, you gotta see the other guy.
Oh. What more can you say after a game like that?